Alright, I got 11 combinations done. There's 10 to go. The first one is going to be stainless steel and tin, and the second one is going to be brass and zinc. But even so, I don't think any of these straight plate cell tests are going to work. Even the Edison nickel iron battery, it wasn't straight plates. It was like a nickel 2 oxide and an iron oxide, and you guys can actually look that up. So unless we start thinking outside the box, I don't think we're going to get a decent battery to work doing this. Alright, first one, stainless steel and tin in sea salt, 0.63, adding power. Alright, disconnecting. Even though this might seem like it's a waste of time, we might be able to use the information later. Alright, Coca-Cola, adding power. That shot all the way up there quick as hell. Alright, disconnecting. Yep. Alright, peroxide, adding power. Oh. Alright, disconnecting. Yeah, no good. Right, chlorine. This is really a horrible start. She's picking up. Alright, for time's sake, I'll disconnect. Let me snap on the load. Take it off. She comes back up. I'm going to mess with this one a little bit. Right, potassium hydroxide, adding power. Alright, disconnecting. Snapping on a load. Alright, still on potassium hydroxide. After charging and discharging, this is doing much better. It's up to 2.3 volts, and the amps were dropping. I think she's pretty much where she's going to be. Removing power. Falling, but still looks okay. Yeah, she's going to keep ticking all the way down though. Snapping on a load. Oh, removing. And a little better. Still not that good. Right, sodium hydroxide. Adding power. Alright, disconnecting. I'll put on a load real quick. See what she bounces back up to. Alright, I'm going to let this charge for a little bit. Alright, she charged up nicely. However, let me remove power. She doesn't handle a load very well. Adding a load. Go right down. Alright, battery acid. Adding power. Amps are not dropping. Removing power. Alright, let's snap on a load. Oh, not that good. Alright, it's been about 3 minutes. It was at almost 2 volts and now it seems to be dropping. Alright, so I'll disconnect her. And let's do an amp test. Alright. 10 amp setting again. Yep, she just don't got no balls. Alright, starting the new cell, brass and zinc. 0.78, adding power. Alright, disconnecting. Snap on a load here, see what happens. Alright, removing load. Coca-Cola. This one is up surprisingly high. 0.93, adding power. Well, again, shoots right up there, huh? Disconnecting. It shoots right back down. Alright, peroxide. 0.46, adding power. Yeah, I hate when they shoot up like that right away. Disconnecting. Alright, zinc and brass in chlorine. And when I put this on here, it started out at 0.40. It's been slowly climbing. The litmus test shows it should hover off around a volt or so. I'm sick of waiting now, so I'm going to add power. As soon as I hook it up, here we go. Adding power. You know, zinc seems to be a good choice in metals for a final project. I don't know what I'd made it with, but alright, disconnecting. Alright, let me snap on a load here. Let's see what she bounces back to. Oh, came right back up. Alright, you know what? Here, let's do this. Let me switch this meter over here. Throw it real quick on the 10 amp setting just to see what she does. Alright, well, I saw 1 amp. And, hey, you know what? She's holding at 400 milliamps. And holding. Well, it's slowly draining. Huh. I'm going to mess with this one a little more too. Alright, potassium hydroxide, adding power. This one might also take a bit to charge up. Disconnecting. Let me just snap on a load real quick here. Oh, does very well on load. Alright, still on potassium hydroxide. She's now up to 2.3. The amps did drop all the way down to 1.5 amps. Let me disconnect the power here. Alright, she drops down to 1.15. Let's switch the meter over. 10 amp setting. Let's see what she says. Come on. Five amps, slowly dropping. Yeah, she'll probably drop all the way down, but we'll see what sodium hydroxide does. Alright, sodium hydroxide, and this is the last test for this one. Adding power. I cannot put this in the acid. I'll come back when this charges up. Okay, it's been probably about 4 minutes and the amps were dropping nicely. It's done a 1200 milliamps. So what I'm going to do is I'll disconnect her. And oh, she was right down. Alright. Let's switch this over real quick. We're on 10 amp setting again. See what she does. .37. You know, she's holding though. Oh, here she goes. Now she's dropping. With potassium hydroxide, it dropped all the way down to about, say, 500 milliamps, and then it started ticking down really, really slow. This, I imagine, is going to do the same. Alright, quick note on this. It seems to get a little better every time I charge and discharge, but when I remove the power, it always goes back down to 1.18 volts, and when I put a load on it, she seems to stay around a volt. Remove the load, and again, if we do the amp draw on it, plug this in. She will slowly tick down. Alright, it's been about, say, 3 minutes now, and she's still hanging in there, slowly ticking down, but she really slowed down.